Boom. Now welcome to the revolution. Okay. This hangout is live. So if anybody is seeing this, which probably not anybody should be seeing it, but it is. We are all drawing our underwear right now. This is a secret jam. But, no, I'm just kidding. In my dreams. But, yeah, we're kind of, this is supposed to be a warm-up for Maddie Blitz. Hopefully she'll jump in at one point. And the only reason I was doing this kind of like a private live thing is so she could review it later and see if there's anything she wanted to work on or anything like that for her on-screen presentation. So the keywords are... The keywords are Psycho Face Paint. So that's what we will be drawing. And we will be getting crazy. Everybody ready to rock and roll? Are we going to kind of do this like a for real timed one? I mean, we might as well since it's not a live audience. Or does anybody want to explain their process?
No. It's going to be a timed one, then.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be. It's kind of just whenever Maddie.
Have like a battle to do in a half hour, so.
Yeah, that's chill. Alright.
Anything is just teach us how to sketch fast and talk at the same time.
Alright. I'll try to do it in 20 minutes and we'll see. Nah, I already told him I was going to miss like the beginning of the battle. It's chill. Alright, let's rock and roll. You want me to use, or, alright, we'll start at 340. I'll drink at 40. Whatever, I'm starting now. I can't wait.
It says 340 on my phone now.
Alright, just turned 340, you're right. I should have thought what I was going to draw.
You guys have any idea what to draw?
Kinda. You want to take the lead on this one, or what? Yeah, you kind of take the lead on the last one. I could talk if you want. Actually, Jessica, you always sneak out of talking. How about you tell the world how to draw?
Speak a little louder.
Yeah, you might have to speak a little more.
The principal is fill that up with 70%, right? Or 60? So drawing your silhouettes and it's sketchy in there.
Keep it going, that's cool. You know. There's nothing you're saying that's inaccurate. You know. That's technically what you do. So, alright, let's go. Thank you for trying. That was really cute. So, basically, like Jessica said, you take your canvas and then you just start drawing. That is the way to draw. Now, talking about drawing is definitely a skill on its own, I guess. No worries. She is our newest member of the studio. I'll jump over to my screen if it's not already. So I'm trying to do an 600 start. Oh, cool. And that's cool when your Photoshop runs out. Alright, cool. Back in action. Yeah, so I want to try kind of like an upward shot. I kind of want to do like a psycho girlfriend type thing. Jessica's like enacting my drawing right now and trying to distract me. I will not be distracted. So her chin's a little square. I'm gonna try to round that off a little bit. Wanted her to be a little more mature, that's why I did that. And now it looks a little not mature enough, so gonna go back to where it was a little bit. So I'm kind of, if I was a sculptor, it's basically you're finding that like middle range, that kind of deal. So pull back, push forward again, like that. Just find out what's yes. There's that one Goldilocks. It's like not too cold, not too hot. Ooh, this one's just right. That's what I'm trying to get. And I almost want more like a seductive look to her, which I don't feel like I'm getting. But there's plenty of time to wiggle that around. Or mess around and try to get that. I almost want to have one of the eyes that go like huge and big. But I don't know, I kind of am going for a different psycho than like prison psycho. I want it to look like she's tripping out on like acid or something, and she's like, oh yeah, sorry. If I didn't cover that yet, our theme words are psycho face paint. So I wanted to like painting her face like all weird. Definitely like some chick tripping out or something. So I've got kind of a rough design. I'll go in and I always kind of just like chop off the forehead once I did that, just so I can add crazy hair and stuff. But I'll leave it for now. So this is a good point to hit image, scroll down, image rotation, and flip canvas horizontally. Now I see I kind of have like a little angle, like when you flip it back and forth, she's like, yeah. And it's kind of good to do that. Kind of lets you see where it was going wrong before. Kind of tells me that this side is a little more straight angled than that side, and I kind of like the curvature of this side of the face, so I want to try to keep that. Technically, if I needed to, like if I was struggling that much with drawing it and getting like really unhappy, and I felt like you're losing time basically, I would just copy that side of the face and move it over. I kind of like the angle of the head, but it's a little more difficult to draw like that, just straight off. So, and it's so easy to angle it later that I'm just going to move it back the right ways, and then I'll re-angle it later, just because I do kind of think a little angle on the face would be cool. Okay. I just want to draw like some quick reference, like just to double check where the eyes are being placed. Just holding shift, I can quickly just draw a straight line across and say, alright, cool. Both the eyes are basically centered. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I don't want her looking like Quasimodo or something, so. As I said, it's really early on, so we can kind of mess with things a lot. There's no rules at this stage in the game. So next I'm thinking like kind of crazy eyelashes. Like females, they do so much eyeshadow and all this stuff so much that it's like you can really go really dark around their eyes. It's almost like make just like huge like black areas. I'm not gonna get black yet, but I definitely want to kind of scribble in like darker sections, just because I will want this chick kind of makeup or later on. Now I'm just gonna rough in some hair. I gotta think about how I want her hair, like kind of longer hair. I think a the longer, like, unkept look will go with the Psycho theme. So that's why I kind of want to, like, draping across her face, like, you know, she's crazy, so, like, that doesn't bother her, but a normal person would probably, like, you know, that get annoying, and you probably want to shake that off your face. But I'm using that right now to kind of tell the story of my piece. And the story is Psycho! Okay, so that's alright. I'm kind of feeling like a little gesture here. Then I'm trying to get like the Psycho girlfriend. It's just like, you cheated on me with Becky! You son of a bitch! Something like that. Kind of want to imagine her. She's like paint on her face with one hand, and she's holding the freaking butcher knife with the other hand, or something like that. Oh, what? Cool, nice. Yeah, I didn't look at your screen, so you know. But that's classic Psycho, you know. Like literally, it's from the movie Psycho, so it's kind of a natural thing to do. So maybe I'll have her holding. You can imagine her holding whatever you want. And this, she's gonna be just kind of normal. I would like to draw like a hand on her face. Hands are always kind of tough to draw. They can tell so much about the character. So I sort of change like the way I do hands like all the time. Sometimes, I don't know, you can kind of just like see it. You can just draw it like so quick and easy. Sometimes I need to kind of like draw each like little segment out. Right now I'm just going to draw each segment out because I kind of want it to be like a little weird. And a tough thing about right now, why I hesitate putting the hand in, is because I'm working so close to the face. I don't want the hand to get cropped out too much. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's make the index finger coming up a bit. We'll see. We'll see what happens. These two fingers are kind of. I want them a little like going across her face, but I do want those like seductive lips. So we'll see what happens. When I'm drawing hands, you can almost, like, there's 3 segments to it, but sometimes I'll kind of just break it down into 2, like this section, because the top knuckle is seriously almost as big as the next 2, just all together. So you can get away with that. It's kind of a like cartoony style, but yeah, whatever you got to do to draw them. You can always add the 3rd knuckle later. Yeah, since she is a female, I want, you know, like kind of to be a little more delicate with the tips. Make them a little pointier. She'll have nice like nails. I'm gonna try to keep drawing and drink my tea. But that's totally impossible, so let's check on somebody else. Let's see what Lee is up to. Whoa, dude, that shit looks psycho. Lee. What the hell are you drawing?
Psycho chick. As per the criterion. I don't know. I'm just imagining some girl curled up in the corner, not quite all there.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure if we're picking up your audio. I just hear like a whisper every now and then. I'll turn on my volume. Yes.
Are you sure it's not coming up through your mic?
Positive.
Alright.
You just blew into it. And I can tell because if it was my mic, I wouldn't be able to hear my earphones.
Alright.
It's so great, Leah. Oh, you're so wonderful. Alright, so you're good now.
Okay.
So, what were you saying earlier?
Not much. It's like the words were psycho and face paint.
Mantis.
So I wish we were doing Psycho Mantis. And so I'm just imagining a girl like in a corner, just I don't know, like in a very um. I was going for a defensive position, but now I think I'm just gonna go for the weird knock-kneed broken doll look if I can exaggerate the limbs properly, just to show that it's like, this is obviously not a normal way to crouch. Normal people don't crouch in a corner. I'm probably not even going to draw the corner, I don't even want to bring it up, but when I do draw a character, I do imagine a setting around it. But, yeah, I don't know, I'm giving her a piece of clothing that doesn't fit her, just a big baggy sweater. I thought if I drew a straight jacket, that'd be too long a nose. Her hair, I'm kind of imagining like this one comic book character from Sandman, Delirium. She has just like hair that doesn't have a set pattern. Almost like there's just patches of hair missing. But overall, you can tell with the strands that are left, it's all stringy and unwashed. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of a way to incorporate the face paint.
So she actually has hair like ripped out?
Probably, yeah.
Nice.
If I can illustrate that well.
I can see it, yeah.
And,
Same.
I don't know, probably because I don't want you to feel too sympathetic for this character, even though she doesn't look that crazy. Maybe I could, I don't know, give her a little kitchen knife or something. I'm not good at drawing knives either. But whatever, you get the idea. I used to like to draw Ginsu knives all the time. They're like a weird looking knife that's really good for cutting bread. They got like a little saw side on the bottom, and then they have two prongs poking out the bottom. And I don't know. I always thought that'd be a very painful knife to use on a person.
A Ginsu knife, I'll have to look that up. I've never heard of that.
I have like 4 in my house. I grew up with Ginsu knives. They're just very handy for cutting stuff, and just little prongs at the end makes it easy to dish out the thing you just cut. But, yeah.
Oh, do they have those teeth?
What's that?
Like, the blade side is just like teeth.
One side has teeth like a saw, and the other, it's just, it's just the flat end of the blade. So instead of it like a giant steak knife, it's just got these 2 prongs at the bottom of the blade.
Oh, at the tip of the blade, there's 2 prongs.
Yeah.
Huh.
Maybe it's not called a Ginsu knife. Maybe I don't know what it's called. Alright, so this is, for a sketch, this is almost done, actually. Or I feel like it is. I don't know, I felt like I couldn't do it a lot. I wanted to do like a quiet kind of cyber thing. I didn't want her like Jack Nicholson Joker, all like crazy, demented smile and weird action pose. I guess because just to save her time, I thought I'd just do it like just have her like if you're playing a scary video game and you saw her in the corner of the room, you would know better than to approach her. Like in that game Outlast or something.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. And
Ness, did you want to just keep this a little like line art sketchy one?
Kinda. I think I am gonna use, I don't know, some kind of painting for the actual face paint. But I'm trying to imagine what I can do creatively with that.
Yeah.
And just straight up face paint.
I forgot that his face paint is one of the keywords. I was like, I don't mind just making a line work. That'd be kind of crazy. Just talk about line art techniques. So it's like, wait, that'll be hard.
Yeah. Maybe I don't have to literally give her paint on her face. Maybe I could take the knife out of her hand and she's painting a face on the ground between her feet or something like that. Maybe it'd be her only friend because she's crazy. Or maybe she's just gonna paint her face. I don't know what she'd want to paint it though. I don't know. I normally don't do this kind of pose, I think. I don't think I do. I'm gonna try to make her look a little more skinny, get rid of the fullness of her cheeks. Alright, I don't know. I usually give my girls rounded cheeks, so it's really hard for me not to do that. Maybe I'll bring them back just because I don't want her to look too, like, I don't want her to look like she's super starving. And I kind of just like rounded cheeks anyways. It's aesthetically pleasing to me.
It's true.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I could jump in and talk about something right now.
Yeah, go for it.
Sweet. Thank you. Alright, so welcome back to the real party screen. I don't know if you can see it, but I basically have like selected the main body of her face and hair. But there's a couple strands that are coming up here, and instead of me trying to, I'll even take away some of this side. What the hell? Let's do it. So I mainly pick just general part, and you can either fill or actually just for the sake of time, I'm duplicating the background. I'll leave that how it is and just lighten the background. But as you can see now, probably a little better that it's not really like the full silhouette. What I'm going to do is just select a hard round brush, nothing biggie, with size dynamics on it. Put that back. And I'm just going to paint in these extra strands into the silhouette by hand, just because I want a little more natural kind of like, I don't know, randomness to it. See a little missing little collarbone over there? That's alright. That's alright. And when I'm doing these, you know, I'm going and just starting very lightly and then suddenly pressing hard and like moving the pen like a swift ninja-like manner. As you can see, it kind of, you know, gets some extra strands in there. Mixing it up, and it's just a lot faster than if I was to try to just lasso this all on my own. I'll even go in later and do this with extra strands of hair, like once it's all toned and stuff. But just for the sake of the silhouette, we're to have some like big chunks. You know, I'll create some little stray hairs later, but for now, that's chill. And I gave her some little 80s kind of like things coming up here. And if they don't work later on, I can always cut them out. That's the beauty of a silhouette. So right now you can see that there is all the line work. You can't see too much, but there's line work, kind of straight lines everywhere. Once I hold Alt-Shift-G, I think it is. Either way, if I hold Alt and click in between this, it'll actually, let's see here. Whatever, I'll figure out the hotkey later, but basically holding Alt in between the layers, you can kind of click them into a clipping mask. Really handy. Then I'll make the base of that clipping mask black. I like to do that just so I can add more to it and easily, like, I don't have to figure out what color it is, because with this base color layer that I'm going to turn into here, like I want like all just like the skin tone, or I want it to be all just skin tone and whatever other colors I'll have. Go here, select all this. And you know, you could even do that same technique that I was doing earlier for the silhouette with painting this, like the internal strands of hair. You know, probably work best. In fact, probably be doing that in the moment. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So I'm saying Command J, bring it back in the clip mask. Command J just duplicated the layer. So pull up the color on this one. I want to kind of pale just so it's like the Psycho Chick hasn't left the room in a long time. So in doing that, I'll make the background dark. Yeah, she's a looker. Right, so I'm just gonna cut out a piece right here, just because I want another opening there. Scary. But there's no skin back there, so I need to refill that. So I'll be thinking about that stuff. It's nice to be like, kind of gestural and flowy, but you gotta keep in mind where stuff is. I do want to show a little bit of ear, so I'll go ahead and just cut that out. Show a little more ear over here. Sometimes you can have characters with such big hair that you don't see the ears. I want her hair kind of stringy though, so I am going to show the ears. And I still have that big, or that not too big, with a hard brush. And I'll go in and I'll just make some additional hairlines through here. Maybe you have one going like that, you know, just kind of fighting against the curve. Straighten that out of the way. Thinking about how it's like hair will come down and tuck behind the ear, kind of like that kind of stuff. Oof, alright, yeah, she's already starting to freak me out. This is looking a little boring, 2 points down here, so let's just mix that up. We can thicken some. Either way. And you want to have some hair falling behind it. It'll just kind of help the eye know that it's like, oh, okay, this part of the hair is going back, this one's in front. And it'll just kind of help the illusion of like overlapping lines, like really tell us like, oh, this is back here, this is in front. You know, I can even do things like this. You know, cut that out there, so it's like, oh, okay, cool. When I cut that out, though, I kept in mind where I want this, whatever muscle that is. Excuse me if anybody knows it out there. And like the more time you spend on these base layers, the more detailed they are, the quicker your shading will go and all that, and it'll just be cooler. Okay, so now let's play around with the line work a little bit. Those are a little dark. Go ahead and delete that. Let's kind of hit blur, or filter, scroll down to blur, and on the Gaussian blur, and I have about 30. That's pretty good. I guess I did this before recently. I was sketching something earlier today. I'm trying to fade those out. Let's minus the front a little bit. I just want to fogger out. The only real lines that I want to get kind of dark are going to be the eyes, but I don't really need that now. We can do it right now though. But I want those a little cleaner. So that's easily just drawn over. And then all those squiggly scragglies that were there before just turn into eyeshadow. So if I kind of went over that a little too quickly, let's see here. These, like, I pretty much just brought the original line layer down to 50%. You could throw that in overlay if you wanted to, but then I'd lose everything. So you kind of have to keep that in mind. Sometimes it works cool if there's a lot of darker colors, but sometimes it's not. And that secondary blur layer is a little too much. So let's see what happens. Okay, I kind of like bringing them all down under the hair layer. So that looks chill to me. Now it's time to throw in some eyebrows. Sometimes I'll keep these in a separate layer, but sometimes I'll draw them straight in the hair. Sometimes I'll draw it like completely separate from these eyes, but it is chill for now. I'm cool with it. And let's, you know, you could probably move into color so fast right now, so let's just do it. This. Okay. So now overlay would kind of work better. So let's see what happens when we throw these in overlay. And throwing overlay gets so light. Let's bring it to 100% opacity again. Like, you know, it's really barely there. I don't even know if you guys can see it. I'll double it up. But don't be afraid to like double up layers, fade stuff out. You know, basically it's like drawing is war. You know, all's fair in love and war. So whatever you got to do to get a cool looking drawing, like do it. Doesn't matter how many layers or like what techniques you use. Just, you know, whatever works for you. Alright, I'm going to add some base colors to this other stuff. Does anybody else want to take the mic? I kind of want to sip on my tea for a little bit.
I guess I could, but yeah, I was just gonna try to do face paint.
She have a little stuffed animal there, or is that just her arm? Is she holding the sweatshirt down?
She kind of has her finger running down her neck because I'm trying to make it like she's like painting like stuff on her face.
Nice.
And I don't know.
That's exactly what I'm doing, you freaking copycat! Nah, I'm just kidding. Nah, I'm just kidding.
But, you know, I actually thought when I was gonna suggest face paint, we were gonna do like something else, and then the word cyber came up, so I had to rethink my idea. So,
yeah, that's the beauty of the random words, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like you kind of like, yeah, I want to do this, and then it's like, crap. Another word comes up and just totally throws you off.
Yeah, it happens.
That's why anybody listening out there, this is kind of a good technique. If you can find some draw buddies, or even, you know, there's tons of speed painting groups or sketch jam groups online, but doing these kind of random word ones, and just like, and I think those are the best kind of sketch jam. It kind of it keeps you fresh because it really makes you kind of have to think on the spot, and just sometimes you'll be really surprised with what you come up with.
Yeah, totally.
Just because, yeah, working freelance or even in studio work, you never know what your boss is gonna like come up with, and like, you know, everyone thinks different stuff is cool, so, you know, get used to drawing stuff that aren't necessarily in your comfort zone.
Yeah. When I was young, I used to draw a lot of creepy stuff, or at least I thought I was. So it's fun to try to do it again. And I think I'm gonna go for the cliche and make it red.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. I'm just trying to stray away from Joker colors, but I feel like it'll come up inevitably. It's just so easy to do like the Dark Knight Joker with the messy red lip paint, and then the messy red black paint to make the eyes look even bigger. So I'll just say this is my version of Harley Quinn.
Yeah. Hey, you planned it all along.
I wasn't thinking of it. I
Yeah,
was
nobody
planning on her
knows.
hair being multicolored too, but what else? I think if I did say this was Harley Quinn, it'd get a lot more faves than if it was a regular.
Yeah.
I like Harley too. I mean, I'm not really a fan of how she's portrayed recently, but she's a cute character. What's that?
Sergeant?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Yeah, you gotta speak loud since we're using my mic.
Sergeant.
Yeah.
Thanks. Alright, I'm gonna show something really quick if you don't mind.
Okay.
Let's hop back over to the party zone. So, really quick, you'll notice that I colored the hand in. And what I want to show you is that these gray lines, like, ew, dull, gross. You know, you can also color in lines, and that subtle difference can actually like help a lot. I can throw those in overlay, see what happens, and it's too light. Alright, now I'm going to do that same blur technique I did before. Just going to blur it out a bit, soften it down. But just having the lines red kind of just goes a lot better with the flesh tone. See, it already kind of starts shading for me. That's kind of nice. So don't be afraid to color your line work. It's an interesting technique. It can be really cool and yield some pretty fun results. I'm going to color all these other ones really quick. And I'm basically doing them with just the clipping mask technique. And I already have some kind of reds, and the red I'm using is kind of a very like fleshy red. It's actually on that side, which is kind of crazy. But a lot of times, like what you got to be careful when you're using flesh tones is not to go too brown in them. It's really easy to, like, it's always like more red than you think. Like a lot of times, you know, I mean, when I was working as a colorist at the like comic studio, and like my boss was just like, oh, your characters look dead, you know, like more pinks, more of this, and then more of this, and I'm like, ah, what the hell do you want from me? You know, but like, yeah, he was right. I mean, sorry, rambling there, but yeah, it's true. Like, there's more like pinks and reds than there you think. And it's really easy to get these Simpson orange colors and stuff. It's just not that cool. Let's get a blonde hair or something. Crazy blondes. Maybe we'll make it a sandy blonde. And I don't want to go too like bright blonde. It's like a, yeah, I don't want to go too platinum blonde. So you can easily add highlights and stuff later. So right now let's keep it a little on the darker side. Hell, even darker still, it might be kind of nice just because I know I can highlight that later. And taking it out of the clipping mask looks even kind of nice. I get these couple stray hairs, which I think I like even more. And I can take all these line work layers, copy them up here, paste them down in there. That would look cool, but this eye one is really killing it for me. Let's see if I can just erase that. Yeah, that looks a little better. And you see here the red isn't quite working as well. I can hit overlay, maybe tie it in there. Nah, it still looks really red. So let's just go ahead and desaturate that. Maybe I can shift the color, make it a little more brown or something, or green. Ooh. Yeah, the purple looks kind of nice. We'll leave that for now. See what happens. Cool. But I just wanted this in there just so I can get some kind of textures in there. Kind of, it'll help me kind of when I go to put in strands of hair. It's like it already kind of gives me some ideas on like where to start. There's some of these eyebrows. Okay, cool. And you know, I can quickly just quickly put an overlay on that, or an overlay gradient, and it'll really help a lot. Kind of bring in some colors to that. Going to stretch that down a little bit. Since I did darken it a bit, maybe we can lighten it up, get a little more saturation in there. Cool. Okay. Cool. Like that more. And something I can do is copy that layer. If you hold Command and click on one of these little squares, it will automatically select that layer. I quickly grab that, go into this skin clipping mask, like the underneath one, so to say, and I'll just paint that black. And what I want to do is try even just fading that out. Crazy. Okay. That kind of works. So I just put that down to like 4, opacity 4, just so I don't want to get too dark. And actually now that I look at it, I don't really like that Gaussian blur too much. So let's just scooch that down. Maybe even like pull it like that. Just because technically I would want the shadows to get a little farther away as they go later in there, or they get farther from like the origin of these hairs. Like they should be touching right there, and then get a little thicker as they go down. Probably get thinner close to here, the cheek, when it comes into contact with it. Yeah, just something to think about. They do look a little stark, so maybe we can filter, blur, Gaussian blur them, but not like crazy 30%. You know, just a little bit to soften it up a little bit. Cool. That's alright. Now I would like to, so eyebrows and eyes. Let's add a little white behind her eyes. Just to separate them. Oh yeah, she's looking at you now. You know what happened to these red ones here? These not. Let's put that in overlay, see what happens. Yikes, they go away. Yeah, that's alright. We can just draw the iris or the pupil back on there. Want it really small. Smaller equals more psycho, basically. Very gentle. And let's create another layer on that and have it be overlay. I want to, yikes, alright. It's all, see what's happening is all these are so bright that the overlay is just not really working, so here's a regular normal layer. I just want to add some shadow into that. I can pull it back later if I want her eyes glowing, but right now I want to get some shadows in there. And you know, let's go ahead and throw some eyeshadow on there. Maybe she just hasn't been sleeping very well. So let's do a new layer. The reason I do this in a new layer is if I want to change the any of the colors and stuff. It's just a lot easier if it's the only color in that layer, the only thing. That's pretty good. Darken those up. I want to like she's just like not been sleeping. Just like whoa. And that white is now too white. Going a little darker in there, so I'm gonna come in from the sides, shade that. Now I'm ready to start shading in the actual. Some skin tones in there. She's looking a little bleached out, so I'm just gonna grab like one of those reds I used before. And let's paint in, you know, some of the eye sockets and stuff. And this reminds me. Generally, I wouldn't start by just doing that. Let's I just got an idea on what I want to do for like the whole thing. So. Create a new layer on top of the hair and on this. Actually, we can use this layer 4, because I know it's going to use that the whole time. This is a technique probably some use for 40%, and I'm just going to be using this straight up black. And I'm going to be just quickly shading around town with this. And maybe we can do 2 layers of it. Let's have one underneath the hair, and then I'll just do another one up above. It's so quick that, you know, I'm not really worried about losing time doing it twice, as in once down here and once above. I mean, I don't want to do the collarbone. I don't want it to be too, like, dominant either. I don't want her to look like she's like some military dude all like buff. And I'm going to come up above the line I've set for the jaw, just because I do want to, like, our hair, like the face slowly rounds off down there. It's not like it like perfectly stops. So I want to leave a little extra around here. We can even add the shadows from the hand. You know, there will be shadows from the hand there. Especially since this is a psycho pick, I want to be pretty dominant and like very scary. And I don't mean to be hogging the mic either. If anybody has anything they need to like, they want to jump in and say, just let me know. So I'm going to do the bottom of the nose. And it comes down a bit. You know, it's like you don't, like there's always a shadow cast by the nose. Let's see, I'm under lighting, but that's like really weird. Like, who does that? This isn't Goosebumps. So We're not doing like the flashlight under the eye look. Just a little bit of the ear there, so I'm not going to mess with that too much. Let's go ahead and just cover all that. Right now I have to decide like where I want the shadow to be. I don't want the shadow to cover too much of the eye, because I do want that white to bring out the red and stuff. But as this hair is coming straight down, I'm going to use this shadow to show like how curvy her cheeks are here. And I'm going to do a little shadow there for the bottom of the eyelid. It's because, you know, that's there. I could do more if I wanted to look really crazy, but I'll leave that for the purple color. I can always add more later. So we'll start a little easy and then build up from there. Yeah, this whole lip could get shadow. Nice juicy lips. Right. This is a little white down here, so I might just kind of just do a long running one. I know you're thinking it's like there's just like this giant flat bar right there, but I'm just gonna fade that out. Don't worry about it. I think I'm ready to bust out my smudge tool on 0 spacing, so it kind of just turns into a blender. And let's blend up some pina coladas. I'm going to fade this one out just a little bit. So it's not really like an overall gradient. Like these ones on the side, I want to blend out a lot. As it gets to the chin, I'm going to stop a bit, just because the chin's not as like a broad of a curve as the whole side of the face. And with this technique, I can just quickly hop over to brush, fill in a little more if I need more, and then come out again. This can get a little faded over here, but as it meets the hair, it's going to be pretty sharp because it's such a close shadow, so close to it. So keep that in mind. That's what's kind of the real benefit to using this technique, is it gives you more control over what gets hard and what is a soft shadow. You know, let's go ahead and just shade this whole side of the nose right there. Just have that be all just gets darkened out. I use that to show the curvature of the nose. And keep in mind, yeah, like use the bends and how far shadows come in. See, now that tells your hair, or tells your eye or your brain, oh, the hair's, you know, trimmed down, or eye socket goes in deeper. A little spot over here. I don't know what's going on over there. I'm gonna have to come in to erase that. Where that is. Okay, cool. That was from when I pulled the hair down. Yeah, we don't want that there, so that's why I got rid of it. When I created that original shadow layer using the hair itself. I don't know if we need that anymore, you know, since we have this other one, but yeah, there you have it. I can take it out any time, so let's just leave it in for now. If it bothers me a lot later, I can take it out. One thing that's kind of bothering me is her lips. They're not colored, so it's kind of throwing me off a bit. I'll just start with a basic pinkish color. Technically I should be using a softer brush. It is about like a brush with like 50% hardness. Yeah, it's not really pink enough for me. Look at that the top shadow, it's really just kind of like, see, I'm getting these oranges instead of like nice pinks that I want to get, so let's hope there's no other colors in there. Yeah, there we go. Cool. And if we want more and more, I can just duplicate that, merge it down. Cool. Nice, that's a little better. For these normal layers, I'll use that same layer. Yes. I want to darken the inside of the mouth a bit too. Technically, I could do this with a. Let me. The hand's in the way, and I want this to be nice and clean without it. which is the opposite of what this is. So let's try to use the smudger for this right now too. Use the lasso, throw in a lot of one to get smudged, and let's just scooch it all around. This way. And by the hand, it doesn't even know what happened. Just shovel it around. Boom. Nice. So now it's nice and even Steven. Backing it back to what I wanted to do, which was darken the inside of the mouth. And we should use a regular old black color. We could even use a lasso for this too. You know, lassos are good. The more you use them, the more you'll like them. It's kind of weird at first, but just try to imagine it like you're drawing with a very fine tipped pen. Now I see that this is kind of weird. Technically, that could have just probably would have been better to just lasso that whole thing in the original layer, but that's just not how we're doing it. I just wanted to lighten that tooth up a bit. I know it needs a shadow. It's like some looking buck teeth as hell right now, but let's add a shadow from this top lip. Okay, that's a little better now. Everybody's happy. Add some more shadows. Both of these should be kind of getting darker as they go back. That bottom one I want to be a little more red, so I'll just use a red to do that, like a dark red. Okay, thanks. Skin's still a little pale. I want it kind of pale, but I don't want it necessarily that pale. So let's go ahead and start adding some little like blush to her cheeks and that kind of stuff. And the nose would definitely get some red. You definitely want to have your shadows get red. All on the bottom here, red. See now, looking at that, and then down here looks so dead. So just go ahead and just paint it red. Now I'm just very gently going over this with kind of a brighter red. Now it's still pretty dark, but being very gentle with it, just because I don't want it to. If I did it really hard, it'd get really dark really quick, and I don't really want that yet. Maybe we can go really dark around the eyes. They're super crazy. I want a little bit, but I don't want that overall. I want to shade the eye sockets definitely. Maybe back towards here. Okay. Now this eye's let's get a little out of control with the size of it. So let's just see if we can chop away some of that. I don't know where that red came from in there. So when that happens, sometimes you just have to check through your layers, see where the hell you went wrong. Worst comes to worst, you gotta just paint over it later, which I probably will end up doing. That's a little confusing back there. So now let's just make a new layer over all these shadows and such. Yeah, let's do an overlay. Alright, now I want to kind of pull back from these pink tones. Overlay. I should be able to get a lot of light in this section. A little under here. I want to make her lips pop a bit. Shade along that edge. And I'm using a kind of a hard, soft brush. It's kind of hard to tell, but basically one side of it is light. Like a hard edge, and one's a soft edge. Very powerful. Very handy. Speed up your work a lot. Just start doing that on these sides. See that? I need to blur out some of these. It's getting a little chunky down there. Let's just use the smudge tool again. I'm just going to smudge out those shadow layers that I have there. Because like I said, I want to have the collarbone there, but I don't want it so like dominant. It's taking over. And I noticed that we missed a bit over here, so let's just make it really big. Move that out. That's not too much. Cool. And I also noticed that there's a bit of this over here. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Now we can go back here and even show that passing over right there. So now she's getting definitely some attention, and let's see her look. Maybe we'll quickly just add some white. Maybe she's just wearing her underwear or something like that. Just something there. She's not totally naked. And I'll just quickly add some shading on that. Nothing major. I'm not even going to use the 40%. I'm just doing it kind of by ear or by eye. Just flip that around. That's too dark. Just move that to 40%. So I basically just duplicated that same layer, made it black, pulled it in a little bit. There you go. Now with all those colors in here, it's a little dark. Now I notice, I know I want to move on to the hair, but nostrils are kind of pissing me off. She doesn't have any, so it's like, what's the deal with that? Let's quickly draw them in there. Nostrils are kind of weird. It's always weird drawing them. Right after you draw them, it's like the only thing you can see. It's like, God, I just made a pig person. But you have to just trust in yourself and just do it anyways. So a little more highlight on the nose. Okay. I just can't get away from this face. Sorry, I want to blur out this shadow a little bit. And what you can even do if I wanted is take this out. I know it's black. Let's just create a clip mask over that, and let's see how it looks if it's red. And now it's like, whoa. Okay, cool. Actually, I kind of like that. Bring it back in. She's like really pink, but I feel like it gives her a lot more light than the straight up black shadow. It's like super contrasty. Just going 50%. Maybe this like stark contrast will kind of boost up the creepiness of this image. We'll get to the hand in a little bit. How's everybody doing? Am I hogging the mic again? I'm sorry.
That's fine. I'm just doing little stuff.
So I'm gonna sip on my tea. Let's cut to Jess for a little bit.
So catch up on our drawing. Maybe should add some ability of character. She's already in the shadow.
That's cool. Lady.
Love that tea.
We're basically running some patient in some psychiatric hospital.
And I think might have to talk a little louder.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, really project.
Well, what I'm drawing is a psychiatric patient from the hospital that just got out. And it happened to be a patient. And she got out and then went out of control.
That's cool.
It's blood with pain, so that's all that's left. Is that real paint or blood? No.
Yeah. It's for the audience to decide. Cool.
Cool.
It had the blue on her eye so you could see how crazy her eye looks. Look at my blue.
So, Maddie hit me up a little bit ago. She coming at the end just to say what's up, I guess. Alright. Are you done talking? Because the camera's still on you. Yes. Alright. While I respond to this note, let's hop over to Leah. Freaky!
Yeah, it's gotten whatever. Lately I've been like, I wanted to try something out where I put a slight little bevel embossed look on the paint layer
Also,
to make it look like it's a little caked on her skin. So hopefully it looks like that when I'm done. I don't know. I've just been trying to have fun with this. I'm not taking it too seriously. If I have the time, I'd like to go back and cut diamonds into her sweater to complete the Harley Quinn cosplay going on here. So, and that's how you take the easy way on a sketch jam. Although I'd have to say this is the first time we did a random word sketch jam and I just decided to make a fan art inspired type of thing. I don't know. It felt, it gave me a more, clear goal on what to do, I guess. So.
you're drawing camera?
Yeah, some might even say that's cheating.
I know. It was hard.
Just
I
going
felt like
for
we
the-
were all drawing the same girl. Because she originally had dark hair and stuff and all that, and all of our girls have long, stringy hair. I don't know. That's just me, I guess.
My chick's blonde though.
Oh, right. I guess before you put the lighting on it, it looked like a dark, like, stringy, kind of like hairdo.
It's chill. I'm just messing with you. You can be fan art.
Yeah,
I just like to mess with you.
whatever. And, yeah, I don't know. Usually when I do a sketch, if I take it far enough at that point, I'm just like, alright, I kind of cheat and just do one last layer where I just paint over certain areas. So, I don't know. I don't want to make this completely done, but at the same time, I'm trying to just find ways to just do things, I guess. Trying to do like a slightly different method of shading, only by a little bit though. And I don't know, see if I can turn this into something really cool by the end of all this. Although as far as sketches go, it's pretty much done sketch. So.
You're just pretty dumb. You are pretty dumb. Actually, yeah, it looks chill. Looks freaky on my last look at it. Which I'm sure everybody's looking at it now, so that's awesome.
Yeah,
Definitely looks like Charlie Bin, Harley Quinn. She's a freaky ass character. Yours looks like kind of that, or when I last saw it, almost looked like it was the one where.
That's funny. I was trying to go for like a Girl Interrupted look.
Girl Interrupted look. What's that?
Remember that movie? It's just about a bunch of chicks in Psycho Ward. I think Angelina Jolie was in it. Uh,
That's
um,
funny. I don't know why that's funny.
I could be wrong. That's like, yeah. If you saw the trailer, I think you'd remember for it, because the trailer used to be everywhere when we were younger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Girl interrupted.
Yeah, it's a really gay title. A really dumb title. Supposed to do with that, or are we gonna do a sketch time a little later? Or
I might have time. I still have to do another like sketch for someone. Or I have to start like a full body character after this. Yeah. This was her shot. I'm kind of glad she missed it. This way we can just like throw her head first into the live one. It's like, all right, you can take the floor. Tell us everything you know. I told her I invited her to the chat, so hopefully she'll jump in just for a little bit right now, just to say what's up. We'll see. Somebody snuck into to watch this a little bit ago. I just like casually looked, and it's like, yeah, one viewer. I was like, what? How'd you get in here?
it's probably one of the someone just looking at the recently uploaded or currently streaming.
Oh, nuts. Hey, I did not allow them to do that. Well, I got a special treat. Gotta see how the real sketch jams go behind the studio.
I guess.
If you work in the studio with us, you will hear that a lot from Peachon. That is a classic Peachon sigh. I'm sorry we're so boring for you. Boring to draw with. Are you finished with yours? Did you want me to take over the mic again, or what?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's much here that I can say. I'm just going into the detailing. Sorry.
Well, that'd be good. Yeah, do it. Talk about why you're detailing stuff.
Right now I'm just doing like that inner glow. I'm just going to the base layer there and going to layer styles, then selecting inner glow. And I've been kind of like shading her with like a reddish purple, like a dark reddish purple. And I'm just like doing this to give like I don't know, just to make the whole figure look more unified and really like round off the edges. That's the best way I can describe what this what I think it does. I just don't want to make it like super obvious. So I'm messing around with the opacity on it, you know?
Nice.
And yeah, I guess I'll just go here and just paint some like random strands of hair or something. I'm gonna try to get the right yellow first of all. And alright, so now I'm starting to do that. I'm gonna try to give it a little drop shadow for these like random strokes of hair coming out. Just like make it pop a little more, and without really having to like paint it over again. I mean, paint an undershadow below it. I'm just trying to see if I can take work of it. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. Because sometimes it's just really obvious. It's like, oh, okay, here's a freaking layer effect. Enjoy. But I think for now, with the way everything here looks so rough, it's kind of fitting to it. And hopefully you'll agree.
I always agree with you,
man. Oh, okay.
What color nails should I give my chick?
Orange.
Orange?
No, don't do orange. I'm kidding. You know, it's good that we were playing Silent Hill recently. Because we're going to go into a hospital next after this building, I think. After this one.
In the next level?
The level after the one we're about to go into. And the nurses in this Silent Hill are like really freaky looking.
In this one? Crazy.
Yeah, they're like not hot at all.
Nuts.
I don't even know if they're called nurses. They're just, I don't know. That's actually when I stopped playing this game. I didn't stop because, yeah, because it's like I have I don't know, certain things creep me out. And if things are too big, I don't like it. There's just this big, giant thing staring at you. I just don't like it at all. But maybe I'll have the courage to kill them because I was playing by myself when I first played this game. So,
Nice. I'll give you the courage.
it's very easy to get lost in this one though, so I am cheating a lot. Alright, I guess that little drop shadow gave the effect I kind of wanted really quickly, so that's cool. And I have like some rough brushes here that I like to use. Just adding it like right here. I'm gonna try to get that same purple I had going. I accidentally deleted it, but it's not that hard to find. I'm not exactly exact on a shadow color for a sketch like this. I think I'm too hasty in merging layers sometimes, or I probably did it by accident, and that's why I can't find it. But I usually have like at least 3 layers of just shadows. To me, I hope it looks like it's more blended together. I hope. Or maybe I'm just so used to using too many layers for shading and lighting that it's just a habit I can't really break so easily. I don't know. This is looking pretty weird. I don't know.
That's good.
I was really hoping we were gonna do like something.
Yeah, what were you planning on drawing then?
Because looking through like Maddie's gallery, I thought we were gonna do some kind of like ninja or samurai. So with the face paint, I was gonna do like some crazy kabuki thing or what have you.
That's what you
So
said.
so it's like, alright. We'll just like keep that and like go with this. Yeah,
I'm
having
glad I
fun.
interrupted that fun.
I think I'll put some dirt on her feet. And I kind of like, maybe I'll do like a weird blackish, maybe a black yellow kind of thing. I don't want it to look like normal dirt, like she's been running around outside. And I'll just use one of these texture brushes I have. Bringing do a little of that. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna set this to multiply, or maybe vivid light. Nah. Linear light? That's pretty crazy. Maybe I'll go with that. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna give this a slight bevel emboss. I don't know. Usually when I do like dirt effects, I've been doing this kind of thing to it recently, just to make it look it's a little caked on and not painted on. Although now it just looks like I just bevel embossed it on, but you know, whatever. I think that's alright. Maybe a little green dirt in there. Just a whole mix of filth. I don't know.
You filth.
Yeah.
Sorry, I started thinking of Lord of the Rings. Samwise Gamgee. Let go of him, you filth. Sorry to break your train of thought.
It's alright. I do this a lot for like when I work on like concept characters that have to be dirtied up. I'd go in and just use a bunch of random scratchy or blotchy brushes and then like erase a little bit at a time and then like go at it again just to make it not so uniformed. Or I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, the thicker the brush is, the more you can see the bevel emboss look. Sometimes if I am like doing like a bunch of characters at a time that need dirt and mud, I'd go to dual brush, not dual brush, color dynamics, and then I would set, just playing around with the jitter settings. So maybe I'll just move a couple of these around, and I'll go up to the upper right and set the foreground color to forest green, and then set this color to a brown, And see, it kind of gives this dual brush look that looks really gross. Wow, that looks disgusting.
That looks really good. So,
Yeah. So if you ever want to just make a quick dual brush color thing, just to like go back and forth between colors you know you're going to be using, that's a really quick way to do it.
interesting.
She gets some of this off her butt. It looks really gross. I meant to just put it on her feet. Yeah. So yeah, and that's that. Yeah, I think that's enough of that for now. All right, I guess I'll just go into more little like layers. Maybe I'll make her
Beautiful.
sweater a little frayed at the edges. But like I like to use like this little hard soft brush to like do stuff like that. Just like give it a little uneven surface at the top where you can tell like the sweater's been like going away. I don't know, more like frayed ends like that. Yeah, I guess that's it for me. Next time I could get a little more in depth, but this was kind of like a weird sketch to do. I don't know. I'm not allowed to draw spooky things recently, so it's fine.
You're allowed to draw whatever you want.
I
Keep
don't know
telling
about
this
that.
is America.
I don't know about that. But this has been, you know, fun sketch jam.
Alright, so you need me to take over or what? I think Maddie's just about to join.
Sure.
So we can't leave yet.
It's fine.
Actually, Jesse take over just because I kind of have to coordinate with her in the background. You have one person watching you right now.
Yeah,
Somebody snuck in here, whoever you are.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding. That's cool. That's cool, dude. Somebody found us. Awesome.
please like, rate, and
This was-
subscribe.
Yeah.
like and subscribe.
This was a secret sketch jam, but you're here and we love you for that. Never leave, please.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if it was just you accidentally logged on to the.
Oh god, not again.
That's awesome. Is that going?
That'd be so funny.
Oh, no, it's not.
I wouldn't put it past you.
Well, he's adding a small detail. I kind of went ahead and did whatever picture was saying. Adding the loss and the food. Yeah, I'm still figuring it out since it's kind of hard to tell. Yeah. I'm almost done. I'm just gonna add some little detail. Okay.
I'd recommend having less of the white in the eyes showing and more of just like the eyes glowing. Like you really wouldn't see like, yeah, that's only like in cartoons when they go through a tunnel where you see like the whites in their eyes. Like normally it's just like the little reflection in the eye, so it's like a little dot. Unless you want their eyes glowing, then you can go nuts. Dress like a nun.
That's cool, showing crazy with the paint. Cool.
I'll try inviting Maddie again just to see what happens.
Okay.
How do I do that? Okay.
Well, I
Okay.
heard a noise.
What's that?
I've heard a noise.
Yeah, that was the little invite sign. Sorry, I should have been quiet. Invitation, I didn't know what that meant.
I see.
So how's it going over there, Jess? You need me to take over? Alright. Welcome to the seduction of whatever this chick's name is. Yeah. Okay. Well, welcome back to my show. I just wanted to draw some kind of little like lines on her knuckles really quick, just those little wrinkles. It's looking a little plain. Maybe I should be doing them in black, but just wanted something there. I'm about ready to start adding some crazy blood and stuff like that, so I think I'm ready now. But before I do that, I want to touch up the lips a little more. Maybe give her some makeup and make the lips like actually like a color. So let's try it with a color layer. Shit. And I'll start out with like a purple, just because I like the purple that's around her eyes. And that color layer is not really doing it for me. Let's try to multiply. I don't know if multiply basically means it's going to pretty much go over all of the layers underneath it. Like it's pretty much just like a, just think of it like a stain layer, like it stains everything underneath it. So it's good for like darkening and that kind of stuff. It doesn't have as much like color frequency or like color interactions as like an overlay would have. Like that's overlay, but you know it is good to have, especially if you're coloring over like a grayscale or something. Oh, wow, cool. Maddie!
Hello.
Welcome.
She's muted.
She's muted. Okay, I wonder if we're supposed to have our little
Oh,
chat window open.
she has a little drawing sketch and everything.
Sweet.
I should draw a better one too.
You guys, you can't draw better ones.
Yours is already crazy. Man.
I know, you guys started adding color views and stuff. I did mine in like 2 seconds.
I didn't
And it's supposed to be just very sketchy and simple. The girls always have to try to show me up or something.
What are you talking about?
So, either way, welcome, Maddie. If you can hear us, cool. If you can't, that's going to be difficult to communicate. But I don't know. Does anybody have the little live like chat room for the Google Hangouts?
So
Says
did you guys turn that on?
Okay, maybe you can reach out to her through that. Maybe she'll respond
Oh, okay. Let me see. How
just
do
to see what happens.
How do this? Chat.
I'll talk about what I'm drawing. I'm going to try something right now since I have the hair and like another layer. I'm going to pretty much copy that silhouette, fill down to 0, and when you put the fill down to 0, you can do like crazy layer stuff, and it won't. You can pretty much like do it on top of other things. So I'm doing inner glow, and let's just throw on overlay so it happens. I don't really want the glow light. I want it dark. So don't be afraid to do that kind of stuff. Just because it's like says like inner glow doesn't mean you have to use it to make a glow. You can make it like an inner shadow, but not be a shadow, because like the inner shadow kind of like casts a shadow, but inner glow will kind of just fade in from the edges or anywhere. So let's see how that looks. It's pretty dark. Let's fade that out. I don't want it to be too obvious, so I'll bring it down to 30. And we can try something else. I'll duplicate that, bring the layer glow open again, and let's make it white this time, and make it glow from the center. Throw that back in there. Now let's put that underneath this. So that adds a little. Let's take those off and see how it looks. So it adds a little more kind of just anchorage around the sides. I don't know. Maybe do I like it? Yeah, I like it, but I don't think that fully pulled the hair together. Somebody, what's going on with Maddie? Is she alive?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I can't stop to read it. Can't stop. I'm on the microphone, and we've got one viewer. I can't let him down.
It's probably freaking.
Maddie's just like, that's me. You've just been talking to me this whole time.
That's funny.
Nice. Alright, so let's add a little color in the background. Or not color, but I just want some kind of little fade going on there. Yeah, maybe there can be just a crazy little spot at the top here. So, shoo. And let's add just a little color. I want it almost like inside of a house, so it's kind of yellow or something like that. That's not yellow enough. I want that yellow onion. Just a little. Okay, now when I do that, I see that it looks too much like her hair. So I should make it like blue or something. Keep that for now. Let's try another color. That's what's nice about the hue and saturation menu. You can really try out different colors and stuff. That's pretty cool. So is Maddie scared to turn on her microphone, or?
She has to find one. She doesn't have one.
Oh, she's in the desktop or something. Crazy.
I think she's gonna try to like, yeah.
Yeah, that's chill. No problem, man. Alright, I'm gonna try and add some blood on this thing. Let's see if we can get bloody hell. I don't know if this is the best brush for it, but let's see. Now when I put the blood and the multiply, it's gonna really like darken stuff. I want her tips just like totally covered, just like she just clawed me or something. And then I can go in and just add like eraser with a couple little drops. I'm kind of swirling the brush in that direction, and it will kind of like swirl in and cut out on itself, so it'll get like a nice like little sweeping look to it.
Cool.
Nice. Cool. Sorry, I'm really circling around here for a little bit. But just be conscious when you do these where you start it and where you finish it. Let's get a little more over here. What's up?
So are we gonna? Well, what exactly is the plan?
I guess the plan is just to get Maddie warmed up. But
okay.
Now that the sketch jam's over, I guess I kind of just wanted to say what's up. But if she has any questions about what'll happen on whatever the hell day it is, Sunday. Yeah, if she has any questions about Sunday, she is free to ask them then.
Why don't you look at the little Google Hangout chat?
I would, but alright, I can. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll open it up. Oh, cool. That was that easy. Nice. I just had to press a button. Alright. Shut up, you guys. Alright. Hey, Maddie. Wow, it stays above everything. That's.
Yeah.
As you can see, we're just as new to this as you are.
Yep.
And another cool thing when you're doing blood is to even like use a. Sorry, should I stop talking to people like I'm doing a tutorial? Maybe you could try this, Maddie. Yeah. Basically, like what would be really cool is like, you know, on Sunday you kind of talk about your process. Like you could take the floor. I could jump in whenever you need if you don't feel like talking or something. But it'd be really cool to hear your process and how you work your magic.
Yeah,
What
that'd be cool.
you have to teach.
You can teach lots.
Teach us your ways. Yeah, you got some really cool stuff. I'm sorry I haven't worked on that. Yeah, how you draw abs. Nice. Yeah, please do. I'd like to see.
I know you draw guys like so much better than like me. I really learn how.
Yeah, you're a killer, bro. Alright, so this chick's looking pretty freaky.
Weird, I keep getting alerts on my phone whenever someone does something with Google Hangout. I should remove that ad.
Nuts. Yeah, I don't think I have Hangouts on my phone.
It came with my phone because I had to make a Gmail account and everything, so everything that came with Google Plus is automatically on my phone.
Yeah, that's what stinks out. Yeah, mine I think I had to like start a Google too. I don't even remember the password, so that'll be a problem if
Well,
something ever comes up with that.
that's future Jeff's problem.
Dang, mine was supposed to be face paint, but It's pretty much just like Blood Town now. All these are more scrapey. Oh. So yeah, Maddie, this is you're gonna be a star Sunday. You ready for that? You're gonna get like 1 million page views and stuff. Nah, I'm just kidding. I can't guarantee that.
Yeah, we're not that.
We're not that cool yet, but hopefully, if we keep doing this, it will kind of be cool. That's the only reason I'm doing this for paid views. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
For the money.
I don't know. I just think it'd be cool to like kind of bring artists together and stuff.
It is.
It's a nice way to hang out. I'm not saying like art's going to be like super tutorial. I mean, a lot of the times it is just us hanging out drawing. So, maybe people will dig that aspect of it.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, or maybe it'll bore them to death. We'll see. We'll see.
Or get really aggravated. Either way. Like a slash.
Yeah. Yeah, I need a cool like fingerprinty brush.
Alrighty.
Gonna test something here. Sweet. Test away. Mic check. 1, 2.
You should tell her as we
Your screen is crap. When I have this thing open, I can't see your screen.
She's using Paint Tool Saga.
Aha.
Paint Tool Sai.
I used to use that too.
That's funny. That's illegal.
That's
Nah,
like
actually,
Jeff's
that's good.
favorite coloring program.
Nah. I just don't like it because I remember when it came out, like everybody's like, oh yeah, Paint Tool Sai, and I'm like, alright, yeah,
So much
I want to
shit
try
about
this out.
using
Yeah, well, perfect. But like, yeah, I remember I was like, oh, like I want to try this out. Like, all right, cool. Like, download it, and then like, or like I go to install. It's like, oh, this is for PC only. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's why you gotta hate on it.
Yeah, so, but yeah, I don't know. And another thing I don't like about it is that it's just all menus. It's like just nothing but menus on there. And there's probably a way to get out of that. But I don't know. Photoshop, industry standard. That's what I use. I will forever use. Ah, that's cool though. Is that a commission?
What's up?
Oh, sorry, I was talking to Maddie. The screen's on her right now.
Oh.
It's a random concept. Sick. I will be stealing that and putting it in Genji. And
Yeah, next time we should like do a guys sketch jam with her.
yeah, okay.
You guys are super cool.
They are really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're awesome with the poses, Maddie. You're a poser. Ah.
Yeah.
I think that's the one.
And
And
just
the
messing.
straight lines too. I know. I wish I could draw straight lines like you. As simple as that phrase is, I have a really hard time with drawing straight lines. That makes the guys look like manly men. I have a hard time with that. But it's cool.
Nice.
I thought for sure we would be drawing samurais today.
So I don't know if we want to draw samurais on the jam.
Or ninja.
Yeah, it's all good to me. Is there a difference? I'm just kidding. Sorry. To draw lines, I keep having to tilt the pick.
I should do that.
That's true.
There's a feature to do that in Photoshop to like rotate the thing. But
Yeah, you press R.
yeah. Well, you know. I
It's
just,
Or you could set the hotkey for it and you could just.
yeah.
Nice.
Maybe I'll try that someday.
Yeah, what's funny is like I never knew about that, so I had to always just draw it like I'm like I'm like used to just drawing weird angles and stuff, holding my hand all like freaking weird and stuff. Just because I never knew I could rotate the canvas. Well, I used to actually also just use the when you get your 13 HD tablet, that'll be 6. You can actually just rotate that and just keep it the same. That's really, really cool. Really useful.
That's fun.
I'm ready to do some final touches on this. Then I can post it. So are you excited for the jam to be a superstar, Maddie? Have everyone Googling over your drawings?
It would be nice.
Nice. Oh,
Yeah, next time we do Kabuki. She's
Kabuki,
got
yeah.
to do it.
Nice. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Alright.
Heck, I can't like draw right now. It's like not allowing me.
Why, what's wrong?
It's like I can make white lines, but I can't darken it. I'm tripping out right now. I think I need to just save this file. I think my computer's just like tripping out. It's like I'm doing all this and I haven't even saved it. Alright, what's today again? 5. Actually, I'm gonna title this. I'm trying to title my name now. What's this? Face paint? Or Psycho paint? Psycho paint. Cool. Yeah, so I was thinking, Maddie, for our jam, or for the Sunday, your debut, to be doing a Blaze Blue sketch jam, but since it is your special day, we could draw whatever you want. Except for Kabukis. I just can't wait to make Kabukis.
Will we all just draw our mains on Blaze Blue?
Do you even have a main from Blaze Blue yet? Because I could swear you'll draw, or you'll play it.
Names.
Any
Name does not
character.
mean one, it just means who I mainly use.
Oh, if you want to practice that, I draw as you. Oh, yes, yes.
Aurelius Clover.
I wish I could draw Realize. Dude. You'd think it'd be easy to draw because he's got that mask and all, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
It's
that's
his
true.
body language that's hard to draw. And nobody likes to know, so I'd probably draw Platinum. I don't know, just because I do use her the most. If I could draw dudes, I would draw, yeah, Azrael or Aurelius. One's very proper, the other isn't. They make the craziest roommates.
You should write these.
I know, it's hard. Azrael does have crazy, fabulous hair. They must have conditioned it while he was asleep in that chamber for how many years? I just like his fighting style. I don't know. Fighting with weapons is cool, but I can't say no to just pure fist fighting. Cool.
That's chill. I think I'll probably just draw Lord Ragnar. The Goblet Days. Yeah.
Art. Definitely. Sure, you can.
I guess.
Do you have a main, Maddie? I have too many face on Blaze Blue. That's funny. Judging by your art, I can see that. I can understand. Alright. Carl, shut the fuck. Okay. I'd like to see a double take. I was like, no way. Hey, they made him a lot better than he used to be. Yeah, dude. In the first one, he was like so weak.
Actually, he's like easier to fight with.
Tokenoe, you can't use her. She's banned from tournaments. She's a cheap
She
character.
likes Sukuna. I think her ID looks like her.
Jeff really likes Platinum. The request that I always.
Shut the hell up.
She is fan. But then it is cool to actually see her finally, fighting like actually doing stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Huh?
Not that she wasn't before. Her scooter is bad. It makes her
When she goes
super
across.
duper fast.
Cheap.
I can't see why she's bad. I'm surprised she wasn't a boss. Probably because it would have been too much.
Funny.
Why don't you join Hakumen, Jeff?
Maybe I could. That'd be cool.
I don't know. I think Hakumen just looks cooler than Ragna.
Nah, they both look cool. He's my other character that I use.
Yeah,
For sure.
he's got awesome hair.
Yeah, he's sick. I use Ragna, Hakumen, and then what's that new guy's?
Don't even say you use him, Jeff. Use him like twice.
And then you never use the
Because I was kicking everybody's asses. Cheap. Kagura. Boom. Yeah.
I wish he used Kagura.
He's interesting.
Yeah, like him. I'm checking out the ladies. Like, it's a fine specimen.
I do wish his outfit was a little crazier, but I don't know. I like the way he moves and his voice is funny. Whatever. This is not me, like Ragna.
I really need to play the story mode because you keep saying that stuff, but I can't believe
I
you.
offered just to fall through
that thing, but you keep saying no. So.
Because based on what I've seen, there's just no way to plow through it.
Yes, there is.
Alright. Oh, you can play it tonight then, I guess. Nah, then I'll have to jump in. If I finish my work, we can play. Ah, crap, but then I'd be playing Versus. Oh, my story.
Yeah.
Ah. Curse, please, blue.
You guys know what I'm gonna draw.
Amane Nishiki.
The money's cool.
Nice.
Ooh, Amane.
She was actually getting pretty good when we were playing the other night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Freaking just let her
started to
stuff.
do stuff. It's been so long since I flipped this canvas, I'm kind of
it's
scared.
fun.
See, if I could say any character is cheap, it'd be Amane. Because his drill moves, it doesn't matter if you're blocking or not. You're
Yeah,
gonna
I'll
get half your health
bounce
back.
you.
Yeah, that is pretty nuts.
I like Amane. I love his fatality astral.
Oh yeah, that's true. I still want to see how Azrael. Wait, did you see Azrael?
Yeah, I want to see how Azrael looks. I want to see if he becomes a baby or something.
Or something.
I don't know, well, Reli's didn't become a baby. He just became,
Really young and hot.
Yeah.
he became,
He became really cute.
Yeah. And we gotta do it on, Valkenhayn.
Like, ooh.
Oh man, he's so cool when he's young.
God, Jeff. You don't even like Valkenhayn.
I gotta go.
I've never felt gay until I saw him
Oh,
young.
I have to go.
Valkenhayn.
Yeah, he's really freaking cool. There's some next to those glowing eyes.
I do like Valkenhayn too, because he's like a kickboxer. Or at least he really seems to use his legs pretty well. That's an admirable trait. Admirable.
What's an admiralty they can kick?
Kickboxing.
The art of Bushido is much more admirable.
Yeah. Yeah, well, what if, like, you don't have your sword? I mean,
What kind of samurai wouldn't have a sword?
every samurai loses his sword at some point. Yeah.
Nah, that's chill, but seriously, it's way cooler to fight with a weapon. And you're just saying that just because Dave says that stuff.
What are you
Can't
talking
trust
about?
him.
Are you kidding me? That's my main basis of why I like Saito better than Kenshin.
Because he uses a sword.
Saito was able to fight without his sword when the sword got smacked out of his hand. He used his jacket.
Well, Kenshin's a little freaking.
Yeah.
Kenshin is not like a normal samurai guy. He's a little
This-
wiener.
It is, bro.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's chill, but it's so like
Bato Jutsu. God.
yeah, I was there.
So close.
Yeah. Plus the movie was great. Be quiet.
Yeah, that movie was pretty cool. I guess. I'm just kidding now. It was like seriously like yeah, one of the best anime movies. Like the Gantz ones, those are pretty cool too. I was very
You still
relieved.
haven't seen the first one. You're
Well, I know.
judging it off the sequel.
Well, if the second one is that cool, how could the it is really cool. So you're calling yourself a liar.
Whatever.
I'm just about done with this. How's everybody else?
Are you on with?
Am I? What the hell?
Yeah, it's too dark where I am. Never
Nice.
seen nice things.
That looks weird.
Don't
Don't look at me! Don't look at me!
Alright.
What the hell happened with that? Maddie, what the hell did you do? Snuck a webcam on me?
She hacked.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Hacker, man.
See, she's cooking away.
Oh, it does look like a fucking
That
wood.
is such a fucking away thing to do.
Alright, cool. Well, I really should get back to work. This one's a pretty fun one though. Sucks for you missing out, Maddie. I'm just kidding. And let's make it that much more fun when we finally do jam.
Yeah. And are we all gonna draw the same BlazBlue character, or which?
Nah, we don't have to. I don't want to have to draw Amane Nishiki.
Alright.
We did that. You girls that all outwrote me. Yeah. Thanks.
I guess.
Yeah. See, Maddie's already saying it.
I don't have to draw them in the kimono.
I mean, you can. I don't know.
Yeah.
You can
I'll draw him in his underwear. That'll be less gay.
Maybe you can draw him when he has a lazy Monday and he doesn't feel like going out.
I'll draw him at the office. Just approving insurance applications.
Maybe he's at the post office.
Never mind, he's like a, what should I call him? One of those drama guys or something. I don't even know what it's
Mean Miss
called.
J.
Yeah. Cool. Alright, damn, I can't stop drawing this. Fuck.
Hit. Well, alright.
Alright, let me just throw one last gradient over the whole thing, then I'll really stop.
Yeah, that's not gonna work this time.
What?
Alright, I'm just gonna like do a quick shadow under her.
Big shadow. I saw you're gonna finish. That's funny. Alright, well we could stop the live feed. I originally had this going live just so you could kind of, if you wanted to review the tape, Maddie, and kind of like see how you sound and stuff. See if you want to like, if you need to improve anything, or I don't know, kind of as a test run. But yeah, either way, yeah, maybe we can do another little warm-up one if you want before Sunday. We'll see. We'll see if my schedule will allow it. I'm a very busy man.
Probably will.
Yeah, I probably will have time.
Alright, yeah, cool.
That's my.
Yeah, test out your mic, and then we'll see you later. Whoever's the one viewer out there, thank you for sneaking in here. Kind of made us a little more on our game. So I hope you enjoyed this.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, thanks, Mom.
My life.
Yeah, thanks. That's funny. All right, we are going off live now. Thank you.